I notice sometimes in like group settings, there are some people that talk about it and they're still mourning this idea of, giving up alcohol. But the truth is, everybody else isn't as fine as we think they are if 1 in 12 people are reportedly alcoholics. It's just not the truth. What is up, you guys? I wanted to talk about a topic today that's probably a little bit controversial, but I'm gonna do it anyways because that's just how this goes. Basically, I think that sometimes I notice people who have decided to give up alcohol or are thinking about giving up alcohol tend to have somewhat of a somber attitude about it. There's this connotation of like, I can't drink and therefore like that's a loss. Like I can't do that. I have to give it up in a sense. Whereas for me, the way I see it is, dude, you just gained. Like, talk about gaining an opportunity to reinvent yourself and also to live a life with so much less stress, mentally and physically, on our bodies. No longer are we trapped in this kind of cycle of going out and getting drinks and then feeling hungover and then getting another drink to not feel hungover and then going out and getting drinks again and repeating the whole cycle. The money that's saved, the amount of time that's gained back, the confidence, just all around, the control from deciding to not drink if that's something that we have been thinking about. Flip the script and make it like, because the truth is like, man, you get to live your life now without this substance, without this need for this substance, without spending the money on it, without the worry, without saying stupid things, without browning out, without, and you can still do everything you were doing. The things you were doing, you can still do. There's nothing lost, only gain. If you've been drinking for a while, you've been doing it for a while. So giving up anything does feel like a loss at first. And so I do think there's a time and place to feel that loss and mourn it, but then I think we gotta let it go and realize like, no, actually, we just broke out of the matrix. Like, there is nothing to mourn about that. Like, it's something like reported that 1 in 12 people are apparently alcoholics, and that's what's reported. So people that aren't reported, sorry, there's a giant rooster over here. If you guys can hear that, that's my bad, but it's happening. 1 in 12 people though are reported alcoholics, which probably means that, if there's 10 people in a room, it's probably at least one of those 10 people are actually struggling with alcohol. So this whole thing with alcohol, it's not like it's not that people are weird for struggling with alcohol. It's a very common thing to struggle. And I think that people get trapped in this cycle of drinking alcohol. And those of us that decide that we want to live a different life and a better life for ourselves, even if we're not like the quote alcoholic, even if we're highly functioning, even if everything seems great outside, but we know within there's something that we could adjust. There's an element of freedom to that. And that's exciting. Like, that's liberating. We just came out of this life, we learned a lot in that space with alcohol. We maybe had some great times. We maybe had some negatives. Who knows? It's everybody's own experience. But now it's this opportunity to just like, boom, thrive. And I'm coming at this, by the way, as somebody who loved partying. I would say 99% of my friends still do drink. I would say about 99, if not 100% of my family still drinks. I don't judge anybody for for drinking at all. It's not like that. Like, if somebody has a healthy, happy lifestyle with alcohol and they want to keep drinking, more power to them. The thing is though, is that makes people who maybe are feeling like they should give up alcohol, it might make us feel like we're losing, like we lost something, like we're giving up something that everybody else gets to have. But the truth is, everybody else isn't as fine as we think they are if 1 in 12 people are reportedly alcoholics. It's just not the truth. The way I see it is more of like liberation. It's exciting. Now that I have space from alcohol, I feel so much better. I feel so much calmer. I feel so much more at peace. I still get anxiety. I still get sad at times, obviously. I still have struggles and all that, but I don't have to deal with this element of alcohol, which causes so much more in my life for me. Started drinking when I was 13. I stopped drinking at 25 or 26, and it wasn't because I wanted to. I stopped drinking because I saw it going so poorly for my family members. I saw it destroying my mother's life, and I was trying to fix her with it. And then to cope with alcohol causing other people problems, I started to drink alcohol. It's like, what is that? So I saw how that was going to turn out, and I decided to stop drinking, and it was hands down the most liberating thing I have ever done for myself. There's some attitude in the beginning of like somber and loss and feeling like we're letting something go that everybody else can have and all that. Sometimes in group settings, we remember the great times with alcohol and then kind of makes us feel sad because we don't get to have alcohol. Screw that. No. Great times with alcohol, sure, we lived them, and now let's live more great times without alcohol, because alcohol wasn't the reason for the great time. Alcohol was just there. Flip the script. You can have those great times without needing alcohol. And it just, there's just so much good to be said about that. So, okay, I'm gonna stop ranting now. If you guys like this video, please like it. If you're interested in living a life without alcohol or just questioning paradigms in general, I love to talk about space stuff and space news. Go ahead and subscribe below. And if you have any comments or anything you wanna add about this, I know it's kind of controversial, so let's see it. All right, thank you guys. I'll talk to you later. See ya.